Hello students, welcome back to Standard 9th Mathematics 2 digital class. Continuing with basic concepts in geometry. In part 1 mathematics, you have learned the lesson sets and the union and intersection of sets. Now, let us describe a segment, that is line segment, as set of points. Line segment. The union set of points A, points B, and points between A and B is called segment AB, written as segment AB. Points A and point B are called the endpoints of segment AB. The distance between the endpoint of a segment is called the length of the segment. Next is ray. Suppose A and B are two distinct points. The union set of all points on segment AB and the point P such that ABP is called ray AB. That is, in the figure, you can see the points A and B and point P also. These 3 points, that is points A, B and P, are collinear points. Then the union set of all these points is defined as ray AB. And which is the endpoint of ray AB? Point A. That is, point A is called the endpoint of ray AB. Next is line. The union set of points on ray AB and opposite ray of ray AB is called line AB. Congruent segments. If the length of two segments is equal, then the two segments are congruent. So here, if length of AB is equal to 5 centimeter and length of CD is also equal to 5 centimeter, then we can say these two line segments are congruent. That is, their lengths are equal. If length of AB is equal to length of CD, then we write sec AB is congruent to sec CD. Next is properties of congruent segments. There are 3 properties of congruent segments. They are reflexivity, symmetry, and transitivity. Reflexivity. Reflexivity means a line segment is congruent to itself. That is, sec AB is congruent to sec AB. That property is known as reflexivity. Symmetry. If segment AB is congruent to segment CD, then segment CD is congruent to segment AB. This property is known as symmetry. Transitivity. There are 3 line segments AB, CD and EF. If segment AB is congruent to segment CD and segment CD is congruent to segment EF, then segment AB is congruent to segment EF. This property of segment is known as transitivity. Midpoint of a segment. 3 points A, M and B are collinear points and segment AM is congruent to segment MB. That is, these two segments are congruent. Then M is called the midpoint of segment AB. So that means length of AM is equal to length of MB. And every segment has one and only one midpoint. Comparison of segments. You can see two line segments, segment AB and segment CD. If you observe the line segments, you can say segment AB is smaller than segment CD. That is, length of AB is less than length of CD. If length of AB is less than the length of CD, it is written as sec AB less than sec CD. That is using the symbol less than. Or in other words, we can say segment CD is greater than segment AB. And we can compare the line segments according to their lengths. The comparison of segments depends upon their lengths. Distance of a point from a line. Here, segment CD is perpendicular to line AB. In the figure, you can see segment CD is perpendicular to line AB. And where is the position of point D? The point D lies on line AB. Then the length of CD is called the distance of point C from line AB. That is, if segment CD is perpendicular to line AB and the point D lies on line AB, then the length of CD is called the distance of point C from line AB. So students, you will write all these points, that is definitions, in your notebook. Thank you.